Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Davey Squires.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Squires Station. I am your host, Davey Squires, and this episode is presented by Area 67 Studios here in Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio. And on today's episode, we have special guest Corey Dreamer.
Hi.
Were you like the Chipmunks?
I'd like to be funny.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You know I heard they're making a new Alvin and the Chipmunks on Disney Plus.
Oh really? Does Disney own
On
them?
Disney Plus. You seriously didn't know they own Disney Plus? They're owned by Disney?
I thought they were owned by like Universal?
No.
I'm not up on my Alvin. I've only seen the Squeakquel.
The Squeakquel. Oh wait, Alvin and Chipmunks? I was thinking of what was that one? The Rescue Rangers or what was those? What were those?
I know what you're talking about. I forget.
Oh man.
They're part of the Looney Tunes, right?
No, Disney. The ones that Daffy Duck would always get mad at, and there was a one where they were in.
Oh, that's Looney Tunes. Wait, is Daffy Duck?
Yeah. No.
Is it
Davey Duck is Looney Tunes.
Isn't Daffy Duck Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes, yeah. But I'm also thinking of Donald Duck. Donald Duck's or no.
Oh.
No.
Donald Duck is Disney, right? Why is
They're
there
getting mixed up.
so many ducks?
I think Daffy is Donald's son.
Daffy is Donald's son,
Mhm.
right? What?
I don't know. I'm getting mixed up in shit.
Oh my god! So how you doing, man? What's up?
Oh my gosh, my mom and we were trying to watch Kong Godzilla versus Kong. Can you hear me right?
Yeah.
Okay, because my mom is at the other end. I'm at my mom's house because of Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'd rather just stay here because I have my housemates are like crazy. Some of them are like crazy. So I was like, oh, they better just stay here.
Yeah, and I mean it's
Plus,
the holiday too. I mean, that's
yeah. Not much. I just been like just relaxing. I have been working on a news stories, getting myself back into routine because I've been to doctor appointment after doctor appointment. And all that stuff.
yeah.
So you guys can't hear anything in the background because my mom is talking.
Not very much. We can hear you way more. I mean,
Okay, because I'm using this.
yeah.
Okay, because one time I was in another podcast and they heard my mom, and I was like, oh no.
Oh man.
Everything else is good. I mean, I've been just getting myself other interviews. I actually did an interview yesterday on a guy named Don.
Mm-hmm.
And he was from Ohio, and he lives in Ohio. He moved somewhere out west of Ohio, but it was really fun talking to him. I've been getting myself interviews lately because this whole COVID pandemic has really struck me to the core of socializing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to get myself socializing, and well, that's why I have this guy in a ventriloquism.
Dude, that
Just look
reminds
at
me of the Goosebumps. Night of the
he
Living
is.
Coming.
He is.
Oh my god!
He is.
Oh, dude, that book scared me.
You ever you ever seen the movie Goosebumps, the one where the book's
The one
character come to life
yeah, the one with
and
Jack.
he has, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he's based out of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks similar to the one. I remember seeing that movie and I was super duper high. that,
You
movie,
were on weed.
that movie scared me. Like I thought it was hilarious at the beginning because it was like it was that love trope they were doing with the two main characters, and then Jack Black comes out of nowhere, and I'm just like, I was laughing the whole beginning, and then like the middle part and like the ending part were like, I was like, holy shit, this is spooking me out right now.
Oh no.
That's my review of that movie. It's a good movie though. I mean, I'd recommend it.
I like the second. Oh, excuse me. I like the second one better. Um, I like how it had those focus those two kids, and it was on Halloween, and it was called Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween, and that was really cute. That was a cute movie. I thought that was something like that.
I don't think I've seen that one. I heard about it though. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So I just been writing. My whole social distancing has been. I've been much better this year mentally because I got the COVID shot,
Mm-hmm.
2 COVID vaccines. And that was really like great birthday ever. It was right around my birthday when I got, I think, the first or second.
Okay.
I've been, yeah. I actually just been writing a lot of writing some stuff, writing one set in I'm writing a new story set in Ohio. And it's based on all my old schoolmates because I've been reconnecting with those guys.
Hey, how's that going? How's that? Was that like the pandemic, or were you doing that before the pandemic, or?
No, I was doing this like during the I had this whole idea of doing it because at first it was gonna be just. At first, it was based on my story. Based on all my surgeries. I wrote a superhero based on all my surgeries, 24 surgeries. I'm actually a little bit of historical with Akron, Ohio, because this is the Akron Beacon Journal.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, so that's me in the Akron Beacon Journal. Several years ago, I think we still have this picture, and it says Corey Conway, another name for miracle. So I don't know if you ever been to Musica?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Corey, I thought you knew. Yeah.
I think I saw a picture of that one at Musica. I was walking around and I thought I saw this. Don't they have this huge wall that like not wall but like line of historical Akron stuff?
Yeah. I think it's at the back of the room or near the bar, I think.
Well, I saw this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
This is actually me, and this is just I went through a lot of 24 surgeries and close to death 5 times. I had a trach or like a breathing tube, and I was literally a Frankenstein monster because a lot of the 24 surgeries were experiments.
Mm, dang.
And so I haven't been much to Akron, but I can't believe I made myself a little name on it.
That's cool though. That's really cool that you made it into the newspaper on that. That's really awesome.
Yeah. I went to 5 hospitals when that happened. All those 24 were when I was just born.
Okay, where were you born in Cleveland or?
That's a very hard question considering I moved from 2 to 5 hospitals when I was
Dang,
born.
that's crazy. Yeah, I can see how you can get mixed up.
But I see myself just from Cuyahoga County.
Mhm.
Um I was I went through multiple surgeries, and what got me through it was my mom, my dad, mostly my mom, and Dumbo. The 1942. I had a breathing tube, and so I thought I was an elephant. I don't know.
Did you see that? Did you see the remake?
Yeah, I thought that was great. That was a cute movie.
I thought it was one of the better remakes that Disney's done. I feel like
Me too.
like some of those remakes, I'm like, but I think the
Like,
Dumbo remake was pretty good.
yeah, and I loved how they like explored a little more of him
Yeah.
having a happier ending.
Oh yeah.
Well, not a happier ending, but like,
It's a different plot point, I think.
yeah, different. Like, I feel like they also extended the movie from
Mhm.
the previous iteration.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I've been I don't know what kind of other questions he ask. I
Oh,
don't really.
I was gonna ask actually, since you've been writing, how did you get into writing? Like, what was your influence to get into it?
I was literally born with it. Because honestly, I just was stuck in the house a lot.
Mm.
Um, sorry about the lighting.
Oh, you're good.
I know, but I'm live on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm also saying that to my viewers.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that bad though. I mean,
Okay. Um, so you want to talk? Oh, you're on the phone.
Yeah. Why do you want me to talk?
No,
Okay.
if you're on the phone, I don't want to be rude. The guy asked. Uh, okay.
I don't know.
Where were we? Okay, so I got into writing uh basically just stuck in the house. I was sick 24 35 days each year. So each school year. So I missed that many days.
Dang.
And so my mom, I would just write. I think writing has been a great look to me. What motivated me to writing was, I think, you ever heard of the Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Yeah. I've seen that movie.
I'm not impressed with the new sequel.
Yeah, they're not even bringing Shark Boy back, right? They're not bringing him back. I feel like.
They brought him back, but they don't have the same actor.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and he didn't even really talk much.
yeah, literally, like, come on.
But anyway, yeah, that was I think my big outlook into being in uh because I love daydreaming. Also, I always drifted, but I wouldn't say I'm a straight A student, but I was a somewhat of a BA student.
Yeah.
Uh, I was real, so I really loved writing it, writing all my thoughts, writing all my feelings really helped me exploit that, express that. And gosh, I think from there, when I started watching the old 2000 early movies of Marvel movies, I think I really loved the storytelling, and so I really loved Marvel, and Marvel was really what I loved, reading, writing, or not writing, but watching. Um, I think what really got me into it was the superhero, and reading and writing it based on them was Batman and the animated series, the old, what was it, 1990s?
Yeah. I think it was it was the 90s. Yeah.
And the Spider-Man 1990s.
Mhm.
And I really just from there was writing at that time, and I just wrote stories, dreams, whatever. And I think that's what got me into it. Um, and just the idea of me having my own thoughts of what the world is like, and just with everything that's going on, I love making a difference. And I think that's what also got me into it me I loved talking to people, and I joined a school or a school club uh based on anti-bullying. And I that's why my mom got in me into it, because I loved making a difference. When I was little, I used to give away all my toys and say, Mom, there are kids less fortunate than me. I need to help.
Yeah.
And so almost every year, until it got annoying, because my mom would say this or this. Are we getting rid of this? It was like a this or that situation. I was like, okay, we're gonna stop doing this now, because it's
Yeah. Yeah.
I also just loved just the storytelling of expressing my thoughts, and the symbolism of how characters represent. And so I wrote stories I when I was 10 or 9, 8, and then from there, when I got into really making a difference, I started writing stories based on differences, issues, awarenesses, causes. And here I am now trying to publish them. I reached out to my editor during the pandemic, and he's now editing them, all of them,
That's awesome.
which I think is a perfect time, because if we would have published them years ago, I was worried people wouldn't really give a shit, because we had the Avengers video movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Endgame and Infinity War. So I was worried if we were going to do it, do it, release them at a time when all that is done and over with.
Hmm.
So I am now. It was 2019 in October that I ended all of them. Ended all my stories, and I'm writing new ones.
Yeah.
So I finished like 5 stories, including even a sixth one, because I wanted this to be like a big ending, because a lot of in 2019 was the end of just not just Marvel, but Star Wars. There was also uh the Crisis of Infinite Earths, which was the CW version.
Hmm.
Um what else? Yeah, just that end, and the end of a decade.
Yeah.
So I'm writing new stuff. I'm writing new stories. I'm grounding a lot of. I'm making stories where they're representing just the same thing, but with different characters and exploring what's going on in the world based on what's going on now. So to help me cope during the pandemic, I did a lot of, I guess you could say, horror, like outbreak stories because
Yeah.
of the COVID outbreak.
Hmm.
And I did stories based on the political because of the election
Yeah.
2020. Um, so for me right now, I'm just focusing on whatever I could grasp. I mean, I think I might soon start my Asian story because I've been thinking of doing an Asian story for a while. I wanted to do one in Japan
Yeah. Yeah.
because I think a lot of my grasp with Asian stuff grounded in Japan. There was Dragon Ball Z, I think was Japanese, and I think uh I don't know if all of it was 100% Japanese, but
The Dragon Ball series.
yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Japan?
It was. It originated from.
And I think Marvel versus Capcom, or so that was a Japanese, I think, because
Cap
and
Capcom was, yeah. Capcom is.
yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things that I was inspired by that, and with the Asian hate, I thought, perfect time to write him now. I actually was gonna write him when they came out with the oh, what's that one Asian superhero that's supposed to come out in July? Uh, he's a Marvel character. Um, not a lot of people know him, but it's supposed to be based around the Ten Rings. Something about some Asian superhero and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I forget his name. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've
But
oh, yeah. That's
so
really
that's
that's that's really cool how you like like you write things that are like prevalent in real life, these issues that are ongoing in real life. I think it's really cool that you write about them and kind of not only get get the word out there about them, but like people can learn from what you're writing. And I think that's really cool.
yeah, and I actually was writing at that before we were talking, I was writing, or not right now, but like a week or so ago before I left for Easter, I was writing this whole story based on schoolmates that I've been reconnecting with, and it's kind of like, imagine if Suicide Squad went to Riverdale High School.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's a cool crossover.
Well, it's not a fan base. It's just an idea of what to give you an idea of what it's like. Cause man, high school for me was like, uh,
Yeah.
I was a very social outcast, but a lot of people knew me. Um,
Mm. I think a lot of people
um,
can relate like to that feeling, you know.
hmm yeah, for sure. And it's also April, so I might start doing my autism story also. Because I did do a story based on two kids that I met in real life. Very different stories, but I unified them because they were different. Because they were both having autism but different spectrums. So
Okay.
I might be doing that one as well.
It sounds like you have a lot of different stories coming up from a lot of different angles.
Yeah, and based on my life versus based on what's going on.
Yeah.
I like doing that because it helps me feel. It just helps me get into character. I guess that's my perspective is it helps me get into character.
Yeah.
Writing, it helps me write better. Because if I don't, I just get whacked.
So it's kind of like your outlet for like,
Mhm.
distressing kind of.
Right. It was my outlet for social anxiety, depression. I've been struggling through that, but this writing has really helped me cope with that.
That's great.
So yeah, and I also to help me write, I also play video games. So like I incorporate like whatever I'm writing based or whatever I'm writing, I would play a video game based on it to help me get like into character more,
Okay.
I guess. So
Yeah.
like uh damn, what's a good video? I've been thinking of getting into Tomb Raider, but like since the pandemic, I really want to focus on socializing, so I'm
Yeah.
more into online
Mhm.
multiplayer. Um
Those Tomb Raider games are classic though.
I know they even Fortnite has a crossover with them,
Yeah.
and you can actually, if you win as many what they're called as epic quests, you get to play as like a classic. How old is that game? 25 years ago.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
so you could play as the old classic,
late 90s.
yeah, version of the character, which is really funny.
Speaking of Fortnite,
Yeah.
yeah, I did it. Speaking of Fortnite,
Is that where flossing came
oh,
from?
how do you do the other one? I don't know.
I think that one is called Pony Up or Ride the Pony.
I can do the Gangnam style. Gangnam style. Yeah, I got some dance moves.
And
I'm taking that dance class.
yeah, so I've been on Twitch doing that, playing that video game. Talking
So,
about whatever.
what are your favorite games? Like, what's your favorite game series? Would you say? Is there an answer?
Oh boy, I think my favorite game would be the Avengers video game because I get to play as the Marvel characters I grew up with. I loved how they iterate. You literally feel like you're from the movie because from the movie universe because they really incorporated a lot of some of the movie references. Remember at Peggy Carter's funeral, Sharon Carter said something about what Peggy Carter said. If you move, the whole world tells you to move forward. Don't or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? Well, they incorporated that in a scene with Miss Marvel saying something about standing up for herself. So she incorporated that into Miss Marvel saying something, making that as a reference to her standing up for herself against bully, and it was pretty cute.
Okay.
um
It was like an Easter egg.
yeah, there's just so many Easter eggs, and like it's really great what the castmates they added into this game. I'm really excited. I'm really I'm sort of like lost for words on when the hell are they gonna put Spider-Man in there?
Mm,
Because it's like, when? When
yeah.
are they gonna put him in there? But I think some people have an idea. It might be because of the new movie, No Way Home,
Mm.
that they might add him in there. So that makes a lot more sense.
I mean, they have a ton of Spider-Man games that are just standalone games. Why wouldn't they just put him in that franchise? I mean,
Did you play the Spider-Man PS4?
I didn't play the PS4 ones. I played the classic ones from like the GameCube ones and the.
Well, the Spider-Man PS4 is really good. I played it. I think I've edited them into gameplay videos. Some of the stuff. It was really fun. I'm really excited to play Miles Morales whenever I get around that game.
Yeah.
Whenever I get to it, I definitely want to play it in. I definitely want to play it when it's Christmas time because it came out Christmas, and it was a Christmas Day themed
Yeah.
video game. Apparently, last year I played online multiplayer and live streamed so many times last year that my PS4 blew a fuse and
What?
died. Yes,
Did they actually start smoking?
I smelled smoke.
Oh, dude, you got you got yourself like a recalled PlayStation or something. That.
I know. And so for several months, I had to play on my Nintendo, which was fine because honestly, as long as I'm doing something during this pandemic, I might as well just
Yeah.
play on something. So, my friend actually, one of my old high school friends that I told you I reconnected through during the pandemic, um, he called me up one day and said, "Hey, Corey, my brother, excuse me, my brother just found an old PS4 and I instantly thought of you. Do you want it?" And I was like, yes.
Hey.
So shout out to my buddy on Twitch. His name is Broken Wild, one word, and Wild WILDE. Broken Wild. That's his Twitch channel. He's not much. He has a YouTube channel, but he's not much on that one. Um, Forgive me, his old PS4. So I've been on that for
That's
a couple
crazy.
months.
He just gave you it?
Yeah,
What a G. That's awesome. What a.
yeah, seriously. I was like, yay!
Yes. So you have a Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, I do have a Nintendo Switch, and I actually have it right here because this is why, because I'm at my mom's, so whenever I come over to my mom's house just to get away, just to get out of the house, I would come here. So thankfully I have a place to get out of the house during this pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
because I've had, what were you gonna say?
I gotta get a Switch.
It's literally fun to play on, because you don't actually have to buy controllers.
Yeah,
You
there
can
are.
literally just have one, and it's just fun to be on. So my YouTube. So I don't know what other questions you want to ask me.
Well, I was gonna ask you, before the pandemic, you were a little bit in the music scene, going to some concerts and stuff. I was gonna ask what are some of your favorite local artists?
Um, Amanda Jones and the Family Band. I don't know if you know that one. Do you know that one?
I I think, yeah. I think I've heard the name before. I've never seen them.
Yeah, they were recently on Jam and Jammy is on Instagram. I'm literally looking on my phone because I when you said locals, I was like, shit.
well,
Locals. If you
I mean-
said locals, and I'm like, oh no.
well, I mean, okay, to be more general with it, I mean, what, yeah, I know you were going to concerts before the pandemic, and
That was really my social outlook was
yeah.
Going to other people's concerts. I think, dang it, what the other one? Because he said locals, and I'm like,
Well,
shit.
okay. So okay, what
Or
about just like general
or Madeline, or
music in general?
there's Maddie. No.
Finn, Indre.
No.
Which man are you talking about, Corey?
Snot balls.
Not
Maddie
all.
Indre.
Indre. There's a lot of Maddies around here.
I know.
There's a lot of Maddies around here, man.
I know.
in the music industry.
You ever heard of a girl named Maddie Newton? She actually went on I forget what it was, but she was actually in Columbus. So I'm like, is she from Columbus, Ohio? Oh, crap. Because actually, she actually looked like someone. All of our other photos were centered in Nashville, Tennessee. So I was like, so when I saw that she was in Columbus, Ohio, I was like, is she in? But actually, she might have just done it just to get out. I don't know.
Kind of taking a trip or something.
Yeah, I mean, my mom and I. Okay. Oh boy. Hey, mom. Mom, I need you here. Hang on. Mom, could you come over here? Oh, okay. I have my headphones on.
Here we go.
Oh, that one story.
Which one?
The one where we went to that one place that was.
Oh my gosh.
We went to this one place. Where was that?
We were in Southern Ohio.
Do you know specifically?
I can't remember the name of it. No, we were in Southern Ohio and it was unbelievable.
It was a little bit of a nightmare
Yeah.
because they had every local tourist attraction you could think, small town attraction you could think of, but what didn't they have?
Trump signs everywhere and no masks.
Yeah, they had Trump signs everywhere and no masks. And my mom and I we felt like we were in.
We felt like we went to another planet.
No, we felt like we were in oh, what's that one movie? Kids in the Cornfield.
Oh yeah,
Children in the Cornfield.
It was unbelievable.
That sounds like Southern Ohio to me, Andy.
Oh, it was. I mean, there were Trump signs everywhere. And then we got out, we were walking around and nobody has masks. And was like
there was no mandate signs ever.
No. I mean, we were going into stores and then nobody's wearing masks. I looked at Corey, we looked at each other, he said, we're leaving.
My face was like, get in the car.
Oh my gosh. Was it like
Start the car, Mom?
Was it like a city or was it like a rural?
Oh yeah, we were in Southern Ohio, like
small town.
Yeah, Sugar Creek. We were all over Southern Ohio. So to say which area, I just looked at Corey when we were driving because all you saw were Trump signs, and I said, "You better not talk around here." It was weird. It was weird.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been
All right, I'll let you guys talk.
yeah.
So that was my idea of a vacation last year.
It's something. It's something. I haven't been down there in a while. I haven't been I haven't been to Cincinnati in a couple years. But that's a big city. Yeah, like everything from Columbus to Cincinnati is sketch town. If you take 71 down, it's just like sketch. It's not sketchy. It's just like, it's as rural as you can get. And like, don't get me started with like southeastern Ohio. Like everything after Athens and the West Virginians is like, all right, should I be
I
here?
also love Michelle Gauze. I like some of her stuff. She has her own like station on not station but like playlist
Playlist? Okay, yeah.
in Spotify, which I thought that was a really good. There were a
Dude.
lot of great Ohio songs.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of great there's a lot of great local playlists around the state. I'm not to toot my own horn or anything, but I just recently got my own Spotify station. So
What do you think of the new speaking of Cleveland, Ohio based people, what do you think of the new Space Jam movie? Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I just saw the trailer. It's not that, it doesn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't. It kind of reminds me of Ready Player One, which actually is set in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I love that movie.
It doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, my housemates want to watch that movie, which we probably will when I get back. I actually live in like a semi-independent living group home for people with medical challenges, and I have, for one, you can obviously tell I have medical challenges through my story. So I live with 4, 5-ish guys, and 2 of them I'm really close, good friends with. The other third one is good. The other 2 are just mutual. One's a penis.
Well, that's good.
But
your own group. That's
but every one of them. But we were watching Kong versus God, or I forget how to pronounce it. Godzilla versus Kong, is it?
I think, yeah.
And I'm sorry for spoiling everyone the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I brought up to my housemate that Mecha Godzilla looks exactly the one from Ready Player One, because in Ready Player One they had a Mecha Godzilla in the video game as a suit. I thought that was really cool. And I loved Ready Player One. I loved how it was set in Columbus, Ohio, and I was shocked. So after that one, I might start playing. What's that one video game? What's that one video game that looks like? There's one video game that makes me think it's like a Ready Player One game. It's by Ubisoft. Ubisoft makes a lot of games. What's it called? Hyperscape.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because if you ever watched the launch trailer or just the storytelling of the game, it kind of reminds you of Ready Player One, like you're in that world.
It kind of reminds me of Tron a little bit.
Well, you can actually play as a Tron character in Fortnite, so
Dude, I think you can play as any character in Fortnite. Like, I think
That's what I love about Fortnite is like you could play as any character
you're gonna make
and
me
you
do
could
it.
just
You're gonna make me do it. You talking about Fortnite and you brought this on yourself, Corey. Oh,
um
all right. So I got one more question for you.
okay.
So what advice would you give to any writers just starting out? I mean, you've been doing this for a while. So what advice, if somebody were to plan to get into this, what advice would you give to them?
Read a lot and really like if you want to write something that is in your circle, like write some, like I'm writing stories that are, like I told you, that are based on various issues, but I really gravitate towards like superheroes. So like I read a lot of superhero graphic novels. I gravitate towards, I mean, read a lot and read anything, because the more you read, the more you're into it.
Yeah.
And just read as long as you want. And for me, I read until I feel that notion, that motivation of writing. Like I literally will stop at a certain point and just go, okay, time to go write. And write, but be very careful with what you're writing when it comes to awarenesses and causes, because you could literally cause issues. Like you've seen what Disney has gone under. You've seen what some actors with the Asian cultures. There's some people who, there's some people who think that it was brought up earlier. I think sometime earlier this month or last month, it was brought up how Asian Americans aren't represented
in the film industry, I feel like,
or TV show.
Yeah, and entertainment in general.
Yeah. So really be careful with what you're writing. So I would suggest do a lot of like dive research. Like I not only did I write a lot, I researched the hell out of stuff. Like I told you, I came back. Did I tell you I came back from Salem, Massachusetts, and wrote my story, my last? Yeah. So literally, I incorporated a lot of what I learned into this superhero event that I ended it with, and like that really helps the creativity if you're someone who's not going out as much. And just write your heart out, and if you think it's good enough to get published, work on getting published and find a good partner. Because if I didn't find my partner Mike, who also got me an editor who actually is from Ohio, I would not have been in here right now, where I am today, where I connected with the editor during the pandemic and said, okay, let's publish it. And he's now working on them right now, publishing them. So
that's really
perfect
awesome.
timing too, because he can't do anything right now. He couldn't do anything back then. Sitting out.
Yeah, it's the perfect time to do that. I mean, also because people are like, they're seeking out things to do and to kind of munch on entertainment wise. So it's like, it's a good thing that you guys are working together right now on all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got into ventriloquism because of the social distancing and I went through a really hard time during the lockdown.
Mhm.
I had a lot of anxiety attacks. So,
Same.
finding someone to talk to during this pandemic with social distancing, with your family ghosting you, ventriloquism really helps because it really gave me something to do, and that's why am trying to turn it into a small time job and getting myself into make some money and whatever.
Oh yeah. I gotta get into that because right now I'm just talking to myself. And I mean, it's like, I mean, it works. I don't know.
You ever watch Jeff Dunham? That's who really got me into it.
Yeah. That's who I was thinking of when you brought that up. I was like, yeah, he's made a whole career out of that. Like literally out of
I
comedy.
know he has his own Hollywood star
Oh yeah.
at the CVS pharmacy.
Oh yeah.
It's at the CVS pharmacy. That's great. Now I can go see your star and get something for my jacket.
I think that's a
That's
Walgreens.
from the skit.
Wait, I think it is near a Walgreens. Because I did see a star.
Oh,
I think it was near a Walgreens. Literally. Oh.
he's literally hilarious, and I watched his post pandemic last minute Christmas special, which was funny.
Yeah, he's done a lot of those. I haven't watched.
He even has his own podcast.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't watched one of his specials in a while. It's been a while.
I did a lot of that when I started ventriloquism.
Mm.
My ventriloquism, because they gave me a lot of ideas, a lot of inspirations. So I really loved how it gave me an idea. I also practiced in the tub at first, trying to make my voice not look like it's talking.
Yeah.
And so my mom just for an hour heard me make voice.
Hey, I mean, it's practice. I mean, it's practice. I mean, I don't know.
Her look was like, "There's my son going at it again."
My God. He's practicing. All right. Well, thank you so much, Corey, for
Yeah, thank you for giving me something to social distance. Getting these interviews and these gigs really helped me socialize. Feel like I'm socializing during this whole pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So getting all these types of interviews, not just on different stations or podcasts, but also on my YouTube channel and Twitch channel,
Mm-hmm.
which my Twitch channel is Corey Dreamer #2. Literally just one word, Corey Dreamer, Corey Dreamer, DREAMER 2, and it's #2, not the word, not the letter, just #2. Twitch.tv/Corey Dreamer 2. And my YouTube channel is just Corey Dreamer Corey space Dreamer. COREY Dreamer DREAMER. And my my social media is the same. Social Instagram and Twitter, which I've noticed myself barely using that.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know you used Instagram, but I didn't know you had a Twitter.
Yeah, it's Corey. I thought you followed me on Twitter.
Maybe I did. I don't use Twitter at all. So I have a Twitter, but I don't. I'm like, you know what? This isn't worth using. I'm just like, like whatevs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use Twitter.
What do you think of the new Loki series?
You know, I think it's gonna be. I mean, it's definitely different. I will say that.
Yeah, I heard it's a crime thriller. That's what they're calling it. It's a crime
Mhm.
thriller type of also Catch Me If You Can. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but I've heard this kind of that iteration because it's a. I'm really excited for that because I saw the new trailer and I was like, yes!
They could definitely like do a lot with that character that they haven't done with.
I've heard there's gonna be crossovers with the Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness with the Loki series, which I
Oh,
could definitely understand how that can be iterated.
yeah.
But I loved WandaVision.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
show was so good and brought me back to old classic movies and
It-
TV shows that I used to watch.
It's so underrated too. Like, it's just I feel like it's a very underrated show. Like, a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, they took a lot of people didn't like it. Some Marvel fans did like it, and it's like, do you know what that is based on? Do you know what comic book that story that is based on?
I don't know the comic book exactly.
Oh,
What was it based on?
House of M,
Okay.
and it was an Avengers, X-Men crossover.
Okay. Shit.
And it did have actually Wanda as the
Is the-
not I don't know the villain, but the main protagonist that was causing the problems.
Okay.
Just like in the WandaVision series.
Yeah. See, that's cool that they went all the way back to that. Like, when did that comic come out? Like, that had to be a while ago for them to.
No, that came out like I have like something like called Goodreads. Damn it.
I thought it was a while ago.
Okay, I'm looking it up. House of M.
According to Wikipedia, House of M is a 2005 comic book storyline published by Marvel Comics.
2005.
2005. Yeah,
Huh.
nearly 15 years ago.
For some reason, I thought it was from the 90s. I don't know why. Well, you all can find me on Instagram at Davey_Squires and on Facebook, Davey Squires Music. You can also go to dsquires.com to catch all the past episodes, also all the bloopers and all the cut episodes moments are on there as well in my membership page. So that's all on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be it, I think. So yeah, thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you for having me and giving me someone to talk to in social distance during this whole pandemic.
Oh yeah, man, it's totally upside down now. It's like
I know. It's like
crazy. It's like, what